Tonight, we're going to spend some quiet time playing Nancy Drew. I'll be speaking softly, taking notes in my notebook, and slowly working through the mystery while you relax, unwind, and drift off to sleep. This is episode 1 of my Sleepytime gaming series. If you're new here, I'm Starling, and welcome to Starling Productions. Gentle Adventures After Dark. If you ever feel like watching something a little more energetic, I also have playlists where you can see my reactions to more intense games. But for now, this is a quiet place to slow down and relax. If you enjoy calm gameplay like this, feel free to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. In each video, I also like to answer a few questions from the comments on the previous one. So if there's something you'd like to ask me, go ahead and leave it in a comment below and I might answer it in the next episode. All right, let's get you comfortable. Take a slow, deep breath in and gently let it out. Now settle in, get cozy, and let's begin Nancy Drew, Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon.
Well, people, now that our little orientation tour is over, let's get started. Okay, I, again, am Lori Gerard, and the first thing I want to do is thank you all for coming. John Gray, I am so thrilled that you're taking time out from that TV show of yours to do some ghost hunting here. I mean, Ghost Chasers is like the best cable show ever. And Charlena Purcell, I cannot tell you how much I adore those romance novels you write. Your characters just seem so real.
We have multiple
and all that
celebrities
stuff
on the
you
train.
know about the Old West, you are just awesome. And Tino Balducci, only the most famous police detective in the country.
And another detective.
And then there's Frank and Joe Hardy. They're amateur detectives.
More detectives.
My dad and their dad are old friends. And you must be the other amateur detective, their friend, Natalie?
Nancy Drew?
Whatever. All right, I'll bet you're wondering where we're going. We're going to Copper Gorge, Colorado. Why? To solve the mystery of what happened to Jake Hurley, the man who originally owned this train. Because see, one day in 1903, this train was found in a place called Blue Moon Canyon. Only the engineer was on board, and he was dead. As for Jake Hurley, he had disappeared from the face of the earth. Oh, and two more things. Before he disappeared, Jake was rumored to have found the richest gold mine in the world. And the train he owned, this train, his wife Camille died on it while they were going to the gold fields. It was rumored to be haunted.
In the world?
Hey, what's going on?
People should never go tampering with things they don't understand.
Lori went
Oh,
missing.
brother.
It's okay. Everybody just stay calm. No need to panic. I'll get to the bottom of this.
Let Nancy
You're up on all
step
that
in.
social etiquette stuff. What are you supposed to do when your hostess vanishes into thin air?
What are we supposed to do?
If I don't seem concerned, it's because I'm not. Lori Gerard is a young woman whose only goal in life is to be famous. She craves attention and habitually uses her father's considerable wealth to get it.
So you think her disappearing like that is just some kind of publicity stunt?
So you think her disappearing like that is just some kind of publicity stunt?
I just think she couldn't resist showing off in front of all of us minor celebrities. What was your name again?
Nancy Drew. You and I have actually met. Sort of. I called you not too long ago when I was at Shadow Ranch.
I
You gave
played
me
that
some
one.
information about
That
Dirk
was
Valentine.
really fun.
Ah, Nancy Drew.
I don't think she remembers me.
You don't remember me, do you?
No.
Hmm. Have you ever met Lori's other guests before?
Have you ever met Lori's other guests before?
Psst, Nancy!
Oh.
Come here!
Excuse me for a second.
The way one of the Hardy Boys just leaned into the room was very, sitcom-y. See what we could see in this room really quick. We can look at this
Is this Jake and
on
his
the
wife?
wall.
Yes. From what I've read, Camille loved to sing and dance, even in death, apparently.
This picture.
Jake reportedly told people that after she died, he would sometimes see strange glowing lights outside the windows at night, bobbing gracefully alongside the train as if dancing with it. He said he found the sight very comforting. I suspect normal people would have found it terrifying.
I do think that would be very, very beautiful. Some floating lights outside the window, but very hauntingly beautiful. Alright, well, let's go see what the Hardy Boy has to say. I'm not sure which one he is. There's some other things in this cabin. We have a picture of an eagle, it looks like.
It looks like there's something behind this painting, but I can't seem to move it.
Not yet. We'll have to come back to it. Ooh, there's also, it's like some small shoes sitting on the side of this armchair.
Sadie Crawford.
And that's on the tag of the shoes. Possibly who made it, or the name of the person who owns them.
Hey, Nance.
Where have you two been?
I followed Tino Balducci.
And I went after John Gray. He went straight to the room in the car that used to be Camille's and didn't come out again. I could hear all these weird noises coming from inside.
Any idea what he was doing? in
Any
there?
idea what he was doing?
I was just about to go in, but the next thing I know, Joe's got my arm in a vice grip and is dragging me back here, babbling about how Balducci's our guy.
He found something on the floor right where Laurie was standing when the train went dark. I saw him pick it up and put it in his pocket. Then he left.
Did you ask him about it?
Did you ask him about it?
When I tried to talk to him, he just kind of brushed me aside and said something snotty like, "I'm on the job here, Junior, so just go back to the playground and stay out of the way." In case you two
That's
hadn't
a
noticed,
really
we're not
good
getting a lot of respect
impersonation.
around here. Can't we at least tell Balducci that we do stuff for ATAC?
You know the rules.
ATAC?
American Teens Against Crime. We do a lot of undercover work for them.
Wonder Cop's probably never even been undercover.
Joe, let it go. What'd Charlena have to say?
She thinks Laurie is faking this whole disappearance thing.
She's not the only one.
How can you say that? You heard Laurie scream.
Anybody can
few
scream,
people
Joe.
think that
Especially
Laurie's
girls whose
faking her
fathers have
disappearing
given them
on the
acting
train.
lessons along with everything else they've ever wanted.
What about you, Nancy? What do you think?
I kind of agree with Frank.
I kind of agree with Frank.
You've got to be kidding.
Sorry, Joe. Do you think... Do you think maybe one of Laurie's other guests is in on her disappearance?
Do you think maybe one of Laurie's other guests is in on her disappearance?
It's certainly possible.
From the way she talked, it didn't sound like she knew any of them.
Maybe that's what she wanted us to think.
Or maybe that's what one of them wanted her to think.
Well, whether Laurie disappeared by force or by choice, what we've got to do now is find her.
Absolutely.
Has anyone talked to the engineer?
Has anyone talked to the engineer?
Not that I know of.
Then I'm going to head up front and tell him what's happened. Maybe he knows something we don't.
Good idea. In the meantime, we'll take another look around in here.
Great. Catch you later.
Alright. We're going into this kind of kitchen-y area. And it looks like... there's something over here on this furnace.
A square and a duck.
These two symbols, a square and a duck.
It looks like this thing opens up. But how?
Another puzzle. I can't wait. Looks like there's more in
Looks
this
like
corner.
some sort of steam valve.
It says, "Warning, do not open unless all pipes are connected." So once we find these pipes and connect them, we'll come back here to the steam valve. Let's use this phone that they have in the kitchen to call the engineer.
Engineer, what do you want?
Hello, I'm one of the passengers, and I just thought you should know that Laurie Gerard has disappeared.
So?
I just thought you might want to call the police.
I just thought you might want to call the police or something.
Hey, all I know is I take orders from Miss Gerard, okay? Right now my orders are to get this train to Copper Gorge non-stop. And until Miss Gerard tells me otherwise, that's what I'm gonna do.
It's a little concerning. But Laurie may not even be here.
But Laurie may not even be on the train anymore.
Look, Miss Gerard Gerard may not be a rocket scientist or anything, but even she knows better than to jump off a moving train.
But
Now, if you'll excuse me, I got me a train to run.
All right. Well, he wasn't too helpful. So let's turn back around. I don't think there's anything. Oh, there's another
this door goes outside. Opening it now would not be a good idea.
So when we station somewhere else, we'll be able to leave through that door and go explore that area. I say we walk back. I found a little chest in this room where the Hardy Boys are, too. We were able to open it. And there's like a advertisement, a little flyer in there. Flippy fins, freshly canned salmon, fresh from a hand from the deep. Let's see, and it says the owners on there, J.R. Ruffy and Sons, in Bellingham, Washington. Let me write that down, actually. J.R. Ruffy and Sons. And they are salmon canners. Let's go back into this room where she is. Let's see if we can ask this writer any more questions.
Yes?
What are you working on?
What are you working on?
I'm writing my next book. I'm on a deadline, so until I write those two most wonderful of all three-letter words, the end, everywhere I go, my laptop goes, and every chance I get, I write.
Do you know anything about Jake Hurley?
What else do you know about Jake Hurley? You know, the man who originally owned this train?
Wealthy, imaginative, adventurous, stubborn, egocentric, and most importantly, he was smitten at the age of 35 by a young French woman named Camille Voulet, who died about a year after they were married.
When did he buy this train?
When did he buy this train?
Sometime in the 1870s, he decided to seek his fortune out west, so he had this train custom built so that he, and some years later his wife, could traverse the mountains and plains in relative comfort.
So he went west and became a miner. I remember they talked about finding gold or going to a gold mine.
So he went west and became a miner?
All anyone knows for sure is that years after Camille's death, he showed up in Denver with a pouch full of gold nuggets and semi-precious stones, which he used to purchase mining supplies. He refused to say how he'd come by them, which of course led to speculation that he had found a fantastically rich vein somewhere, although to this day, its existence remains unsubstantiated and its location quite unknown.
Why did Lori invite you?
Why do you think Lori invited you on this trip?
No doubt because I'm such an authority on life in the Old West, and because I'm so good at using old information to unearth new information. My knack for research is, well, it's a gift.
Well, we'll see you later.
I'll touch bases with you later.
My publisher thanks you.
That's such a, just such a iconic way of saying, get out of my face, get out of my way. She doesn't want anything to do with me right now. Let's go through this store. We haven't been in here before. Oh, we're going to another train car right now. And we are greeted with a taxidermy head of a ram that we can investigate with our magnifying glass. We have looks like a gemstone in the eye, maybe like an emerald.
Pretty. Looks like some kind of gemstone.
I wonder if that is one of the gemstones the writer was saying that Mr. Hurley found. Looks like we can look at this box in the corner of the room. A table. Ah, we found our first puzzle. Click to rotate the pieces to match this piece on top of the table. All right, right click. And then I'm assuming we can pick them up and move them too. This one looks like it goes up here. This one is the top piece. This one is that bottom right piece, I believe. You know, it actually, I think it's the bottom left piece. And then we have the middle piece right here, but we have to figure out what way it goes. I think it goes that way. That looks right. And then up here, got that other corner piece. Ah, this goes on the bottom. Hold on. Let's switch these corners around. There we go. So the middle part of the puzzle opened up and it looks like there's a note inside.
Left pickaxe and lamp with buhl for safekeeping. To open what's closed, lead is the key. Or is it lead is the key?
Let's write that down. We'll probably need a pickaxe and lamp later. Well, I think we're gonna go mining. Left those with buhl. And then lead. Lead is the answer. Let's take that for safekeeping. First puzzle down. What else is in this
This must
train
have been the
car?
sleeping car.
Oh, I wonder if everyone's bedrooms are over here then. Step down the hall. We can't go into these rooms, it looks like. There is, it looks like a framed piece of writing at the end of the hall. It's called A Tale of Two Dolls. Ill-tempered Edna could not get her way. She couldn't get Alice to come out and play. I can't, I'm too tired, is what Alice said. I just want to go straight back to bed. Edna angrily tried to make herself heard, but all that came out was two-parted word. Why, I'm not your mother, yawning Alice replied, till Edna the Terrible finally gave up and cried. Interesting. I'm gonna write down the dolls' names right now. One thing I've learned about playing Nancy Drew is that you can never write down too much. Everything is pertinent to the story. Everything ties back. So we have Edna the Terrible. And we have Yawning Alice. Just in case they need a first and last name. Can't look at that quiet sign. That makes sense why Nancy thinks it's a sleeping car. But I saw something over here. Oh, yes. It looks like we can look at this grate in the wall of the train car. Can we open it? It might be another puzzle. It's like some arrow-shaped pieces on the side of the grate. Maybe we have to rotate them in a certain way.
I need 4 numbers to unlock this, and there's, what, 10,000 possible combinations? Guessing could take me a while.
Ah, okay. So that actually just opened up. And let me write that down. So there's the grate in the sleeping car has, it's a 4-number combination. So Nancy's right. We'll come back later when we have more information. Okay. Let's go down this side of the hall really quick and see if there's anything. Make a circle. There's an emergency brake. I mean, I do feel like we have a valid reason to pull it since Lori's missing, the person who invited us on the train to begin with.
Better not mess with that puppy.
But I guess we must keep going. Keep going towards our destination. Let's go possibly into the next car. Yeah, we are. All right. You know what I just noticed is that we have a notification on our cell phone. So we should check that out. Let's see. Emails. A message from your email provider. Ah. So we have an email saying that we're unable to get email access. They're really funny about it though. Dear valued customer. What is it? Fleecum? Telecommunications is temporarily unable to provide you with email access. We are sorry for any inconvenience this is causing you, unless of course you are a hacker, in which case we are not sorry at all. You know, I love that. I'm glad she has a good email provider. Let's look at our directory. It looks like we should call Bess. Bess is our best friend back home. Let's give her a ring really quick. See, dial.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
George, get over here. It's Nancy. It's about time you called.
What's up?
What's up? You're the one who's on the train with a bunch of famous people. You tell us. This is torture, Nancy. I'm dying of curiosity here.
Bess, just calm down.
Oh, like you're not just as curious as I am. She's been begging me to call you ever since she got here.
Only because you've been driving me crazy. I'm supposed to be helping her paint her room, but every other brushstroke,
Just classic
she's like,
friends.
where do you think she is now? How do you think the Hardy Boys are doing? Why do you think she hasn't called?
I love that they're updating me on what's going on at home.
Oh, George, that is so not true. I couldn't care less what Lori Gerard is wearing. So come on, Nancy. You're on a train full of famous people bound for who knows where. So dish already, would ya?
Bess, calm down. Look what you did. You got paint in my hair.
I'm sorry. You know, actually, that looks kind of cool.
Nice try, Bess.
No, really.
You're just saying that because you're afraid I'll bail and you'll wind up having to paint this dump all by yourself.
George, I kid you not. You should seriously think about doing some major highlights in that color.
Also
What color
kinda
is it?
cute. A girl
Adobe
being named
beige.
George.
Nice try, Bess.
What's going on, Nan?
Well, have I got things to tell you?
Our hostess has disappeared.
What do you mean, disappeared?
I mean, the train went into a tunnel, everything went dark, and when the train came out of the tunnel, no Lori. She just disappeared.
Publicity stunt.
That is true. That's exactly what I thought.
My thoughts exactly.
Remember the time she was allegedly kidnapped from her Vegas hotel room?
Yeah, the guy across the hall just happened to have a camera and got it all on tape.
It made the evening news in practically every city in the country. And then there was her daring escape the next morning.
Only it turns out she faked the whole thing.
Of course, she claims her ex-boyfriend faked it to get back at her. She was really being kidnapped.
Like anybody believes that.
Sounds to me like somebody has been spending a lot of time reading the tabloids.
George has.
Very funny. So what else is going on?
Let's see. Before she disappeared, Lori told us that the purpose of this train trip is to find out what happened to Jake Hurley.
Before she disappeared, Lori told us that the purpose of this
But why
train
does
trip
she
is to
wanna
find out
know?
what happened to Jake Hurley, the train's original owner.
Was he murdered or something?
No one knows. He was married to a woman named Camille, but she died, and he eventually vanished while mining for gold. His train was found abandoned in Blue Moon Canyon, Nevada, with no one on board but his dead engineer.
Whoa, spooky. Have any theories?
You know, to be a good detective, we gotta find out what happened to Lori first. I feel like that's the most pressing mystery.
My first order of business is to find out what happened to Lori.
So first Hurley's wife dies, then Hurley vanishes, then the engineer dies, then Lori vanishes. A pattern, maybe?
Bess, do us all a favor and leave the
That's
detective
true.
work to Nancy, okay?
Maybe something supernatural. Has either of you been to Copper Gorge, Colorado?
Has either of you been to Copper Gorge, Colorado?
Gorge.
Never heard of the place. Why?
Well, that's where the train I'm on is headed. Apparently, Jake Hurley buried his wife Camille there after she died on the train.
She died on the train?
Let me write
Ew,
that down.
creepy.
Copper Gorge, Colorado. Yes, I do want to tell them about those strange lights that we heard about.
Jake used to see strange lights at night bobbing alongside the train and thought it was Camille dancing.
Super creepy. Yeah, I just got goosebumps. Which is hard when you're practically covered in paint.
All right. Well, I don't think we need a hint now, so thank you guys for the chit chat.
I'll talk to you guys later.
We'll be right here.
Yeah, washing the paint out of our hair.
Well, I am happy to know that they are having so much fun back at home. All right, let's continue down the hall. Ooh. This room looks like there's a lot going on. There's a piano in this room, and it looks like that one ghost hunter celebrity who has a TV show has some kind of software set up so he can detect ghosts, I guess.
Hey, come on over here.
Oh,
Hi, you're that Nancy
He wants
person.
to talk to
How
me.
you doing? John Gray.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I've seen your TV show.
Then I don't have to explain what I'm doing.
I would like him to.
Yeah, you do.
Right now I'm taking time-lapse electromagnetic readings and recording background noise. This was Camille's private car. If she had something to do with Lori's disappearance, analyzing these readings may give me a clue as to Lori's whereabouts.
So he definitely thinks it's the ghost that did it.
Are you saying that Camille's ghost kidnapped Lori?
What to most people are ghosts are actually temporary distortions in local electromagnetic fields caused by the presence of residual psychic energy generated by the person or persons who frequented that particular locale. That's my working theory, at least.
It's interesting.
That's very interesting.
I'll give
It's
him
all
that.
very scientific. But the fact is, Lori's missing, and I, for one, am doing everything in my power to find her. The vibes I'm getting make me think she could be in serious trouble.
It's funny though, because I mean, all he's doing is using his equipment to quote unquote find her, but he could be actually looking through the train like we are.
Charlena Purcell thinks Lori is just playing some kind of joke on us.
Charlena Purcell writes romance novels. End of comment.
Let's ask what he thinks of Tino, the other detective.
What do you think of Tino Balducci?
I kind of feel sorry for the guy. After catching those bank robbers, he can't just be a good cop anymore. He's got to be a great cop. Tough to perform under that kind of pressure.
Then we can ask him about Lori, the person who invited us here.
Is Lori a friend of yours?
First time I met her was when I boarded this train with all the rest of you. I knew her by reputation, of
Weird.
course, like everyone else who reads the tabloids. It doesn't appear that anyone aboard this train is her friend.
Interesting. That is true. Maybe she did have some kind of plan.
Maybe she planned it that way.
You mean so we'd concentrate all our efforts on finding Jake Hurley? Possible, although she really doesn't strike me as being the planning type.
We have been told earlier that from our friends that she planned that whole personal kidnapping and escape. So she does have some planning capabilities.
I'll let you get back to work.
Goodbye.
All right. Nothing else over here. It looks like there's some kind of game set up on this table in this room. Let's see if we can play it. It's like there's a crowd and I don't know what it's called. Jumping? Horse jumping over obstacles. It looks like it goes in a circle and I guess I press a button to jump. Let's see.
This looks like some sort of game. Nothing happens. I'll bet I have to wind it up first.
There it is over here. Okay. Oh.
Wipe out.
That's alright, let's try again. Gotta jump pretty fast. Kind of reminds me of that scene in Duloc from Shrek for some reason. The people are moving and kind of dancing. Oh no.
Wipe out. I did it!
Yay.
Wonder what's in here.
Looks like the roof of the stadium of the game opened, and there's a little note inside. Ooh, we have a sheet of music. Alright, let's take that. See if we can play it at this piano up here.
What shall I play?
Get that sheet of music, put it on piano. Let's try to play it. We got G, G, E, G, A. Okay, G. Ooh.
Don't do that, please! Those microphones I set up over there are very sensitive. You just about took out my eardrums. You can play that thing when I'm done. I'll let you know when that is, all right?
Okay.
All right. We'll have to come back to the piano later. See, I did notice there's a lot of things in this room. There's a little box over here.
Teddy Eberhardt.
Thank you for giving the doll we call Teddy Eberhardt a home. And it looks like, then I guess it was a doll box. There's a big doll theme going on. Let me write down this doll's name. See, Teddy Eberhardt. You can't open the box or anything. It looks like there's also a book sitting on this couch over here. Oh, and a button. A tiny little metal disc that has the number 7 on it. And then a book.
The Little Book of Samplers.
Ah, I did see that there was a sampler on the wall over there. It kind of looks like a, it kind of looks like a cross-stitch pattern that was made in the 19th century. It looks like they contain motifs that have different meanings. And then it kind of gives this whole list. So if you see a square in one of the samplers, then it means nature. A star means bravery. So let's go look at that sampler. See if we can find anything in it.
Looks like some kind of sewing sampler. I wonder if there's a relationship between those symbols and those numbers.
There is. So we have a lot of symbols and a lot of different numbers. And inside the sampler, there's also that looks like an owl and a cherry. I wonder if this is the train, and maybe we'll need that number, let's see, 7, 10 for this car of the train that has the symbol on it. I'm not sure which train car we're in. Let's see. 7, 10. And then it looks like there is a doll in the middle, named Awful Ursula. And she has red hair. Yeah, the number of dolls are starting to add up. Awful Ursula. Red hair. And she has a yellow raincoat. It looks like we can also look at this grate over here.
I wonder what's under here, and what the deal is with those weird-looking bolts.
Are we able to move the bolts?
Looks like I need a special tool.
Ah, so we'll have to go find that tool first. Let's see. Tool for... We'll call this the sound room. Sound room grate. It looks like there's a music box or something over on this desk. Looks like it's missing something.
It's locked.
So we'll come back to that later. But we can open the drawer of the desk. It has a little...
Looks like Camille was
cheat
teaching
sheet
herself
for
how to play the piano.
Not all of this is just a regular... It's not like a different piano code. It's the actual keys.
Thomasina O'Neill.
And then it looks like we have... Maybe this is another doll name? We can write it down. Thomasina. I love that name. Thomasina. It's like something someone would name their cat. O'Neill. Alright. Let's do one more sweep around this room. There's a lot of stuff in here. I think... Ooh, hold on. Maybe we can't look at that piece of paper. Oh, we can.
Sickly Sarah caught a germ so new, it made one of her pretty green eyes turn blue.
Ah, and then it's a little drawing of this doll. It looks like she has like 2 pigtails with flower ponytails, flower hair ties. And she has heterochromia, 1 green eye and 1 blue eye. So I'll write that down, Sickly Sarah. And she has heterochromia. It's the easiest way to remember it. Chromia. Okay. So I think we've done everything in this sound car. And I guess we head out this door. Alright, instantly we walk into another room. And it looks like Tino has claimed this room, the other detective, by this couch in the back. There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Eliza Sandberger.
It looks like, let me write down the name of this doll maker, Krollmeister. It looks like Camille's wife is very interested in getting dolls, and Krollmeister is one of the companies that she uses a lot. And then there's a doll named Eliza Sandberger. And it says that received of Jake Hurley for the price of $3.73, one Krollmeister doll with decorative red ribbon on this 16th day of June, 1880. So she has a red ribbon on. Okay.
Hey, Nancy, right?
Ah, he instantly wants to talk to us. That's right,
That's
Nancy
right,
Drew.
Nancy Drew.
Amateur detective, huh? Ever thought about becoming a real detective? You know, like me?
You mean becoming a police detective? No.
You mean become a police detective? No, I never have.
It's a great job, you know. I love it. You, heard about those bank robberies I solved, right?
My best friends definitely filled me in on that.
Yes, I sure did.
Baffling case. Two-man team at 17 banks in 3 states in 5 days? FBI had no idea who the perps were. But after forcing their vehicle to a stop, confronting them, despite the fact that they were armed and giving chase, I single-handedly made the collar.
I love that either thing I could say here definitely hurts his ego. So I'll just say this.
I heard all they had was a plastic knife from a carry-out chicken place.
You heard wrong. You see, Nancy, when somebody does something really remarkable in this country, the first thing everybody else does is try to tear them down. Reporters, late-night comedians, even some of my fellow officers, all have been spreading vicious lies about me. Why? Because they've never done anything remarkable in their sorry little lives, and they're jealous. Anyway, you should look around in here.
Relax a little
Lots
bit.
of interesting stuff. This was Jake's private car, you know.
Interesting. So he's in Jake's private car. It's true. We could have questioned him about what he found on the floor, right where Lori was standing after she disappeared.
I understand that you found something on the floor in the dining car.
Yeah, at first I thought it was an old coin, but it turned out to be some kind of slug.
Hmm.
Do you think it had anything to do with Lori's disappearance?
Nah, probably been lying there for 100 years. May have served a purpose back then, but now, worthless.
May I see it?
Sure, in fact, here, keep it. Wear it around your neck or something.
Ah.
That way, when people ask you where you got it, you can tell them Tino Balducci gave it to you.
Oh, he's
The
unfortunately
Tino
so
Balducci.
full of it. So it looks like it's that same metal circle of a number 7 we found before, except now we have a number 3.
Oh, thank you.
What else can I do for you?
So, what do you think happened to Lori?
Well, she could have been kidnapped. She could have been tossed off the train. She could be hiding from us. But I obviously won't know which until I've gathered all the facts.
When do you think that will be?
I'll know the facts when I know the facts. The truth can't be rushed, you know.
Well, I'm sure that we'll get to it before he does. Let's ask him about Purcell, the writer.
Have you had a chance to talk to Charlena Purcell?
Now, why would I want to do a thing like that?
Ah.
You don't like her?
I can't stand those sappy books she writes. And seeing as I said as much during an
Classic
interview on
toxic
national TV once,
masculinity.
it's a pretty safe bet she doesn't like me.
Have you talked to John Gray?
The ghost guy? Total quack. Only reason I talked to him would be to arrest him for fraud.
Thanks for your help.
Don't mention it.
I hope you guys don't mind, but I just ran and made myself a cup of coffee. I've been really into the the U-Ban coffee recently. It's very cost effective and it tastes okay. It tastes better than Folgers to me. Also, I'm the kind of person that would drink coffee at night, so it's perfect for me.
What's going on?
Thanks for your help.
Anything for a fellow detective.
Okay. I think that's all we can do with Balducci, but let's see what else is in this car. Well, we have a periodic table up here. And then their corresponding numbers. This would be nice if I remembered that from high school, but I don't. There's a picture just framed on this desk.
Camille with Hager Anderson and Chantilly Hildegard.
It looks like these are two other doll names. So we have Camille. Not Camille. That's the wife. Hagar Anderson and Chantilly Hildegard. What do they look like? Let me see. Okay, it's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like the boy, Hagar, is wearing blue pants and maybe either like, it kind of looks like a cardigan, I guess. Cardigan. And then Chantilly Hildegard is wearing it looks like she has pigtails too. And then a long dress. And maybe a necklace? Okay. Let's look at this box here that's sitting on the counter.
Looks like an old-fashioned cigar box. Wonder why it's locked. And what does AG mean?
AG, is that like the periodic table? And it looks like we can move it to different colors. Let's go back and look at the periodic table. AG silver 47. So maybe we should just write all of that down for now. Till we figure out how to turn numbers into colors. So AG silver 47. That also makes me think of when they said lead was the answer. So we have lead over here. So maybe I should write down that information. Lead is PB and its periodic table number is 82. So we'll write that down just in case we need those. I don't think there's anything I can do here. Yeah. Let's look at this last thing that's on the counter. This book. Ooh, a gemstone book. Gemstones and how to identify them. There's quartz, amethyst. Let's see if they have my birthstone in here. There it is. Rubies. Rubies are one of the 2 gem varieties of corundum. Rubies are deep red and are formed when chromium substitutes for aluminum as corundum crystallizes. Corundum, I don't know what that word is. Oh well. It looks like there might be another game over here. I wonder when we can play it.
JH. For Jake Hurley, obviously. Must be Jake's insignia.
We found this stamp sitting next to the game on this other table that has an H. Probably for Jake Hurley? But we'll see. Now let me get back what I was looking at before Dino interrupted me.
Another gemstone.
Oh, this one looks like it has a gemstone down here. I don't know what kind it is, though. We could also look at this grate. Ah, this one actually opened, and it looks like there's some pipes inside the grate. So maybe this is where we have to connect all the pipes so we can turn the steam valve. Okay, let's see. I'll start at one end and work my way over to the other end. I feel like that's a good strategy. I'm assuming everything has to be closed off here. Okay, making some progress. We've kind of closed off the left side of the grate. There we go. It looks like we have about half of it done now. Okay.
There, all done.
Perfect. All right. So that's one grate done. And I think that's all we can find in this room. Don't remember exactly what direction I came from. So let's walk back down this hall.
An old scale. Strange. It seems to be built into the wall.
Oh, so we haven't been this way before. Let's see. Oh, and look at that. This door has an owl and cherries on it. And that, I believe, let's see, that was the number 710. So we can get into this door. But I'm gonna look at the scale over here
The
first.
symbols look like the ones I saw in that sampler.
Ah, and then now we're gonna use those slugs that we found. Those kind of metal casings. With the number, we have 3 and 7. And I know that owl is 7. Yes. So that turned the owl on. And then we need to get 710 for the next train car. So if I add that over here.
That
Yes.
square and that duck look very familiar.
That's true, Nancy. So there's the next symbols that we could get with the scale. It looks like there's a bunch of symbols on here. So we need a lot more of those metal casings. But there's a square and a duck. And then we saw that, I think at the beginning, we saw it in that kitchen room. Let's go back. Let's go into this new door that we just unlocked. There's a lot going on in this room. Very steampunky. Very grand. A lot of copper, a lot of gold looking metal. What is this? Let's try to turn it. I love that. That's so fun. What a wild invention. It looks like it holds 2 of something. I can't click on anything yet. So let's go back. Let's kind of peek further into the
If
room.
those are candle holders, they are very strange.
Oh, you know what? That's a good idea though, Nancy. What if they are gem holders? Let's take a look down here.
Wonder what's supposed to go here.
Just a long table. Maybe some kind of painting or map or something. And then it leads us to the door.
Looks like I need to enter 8 letters into this thing. The question is, which 8 letters?
Okay. And then we have another little combination. So we have 8 letters that we need to go into the next train car. And then there was this kind of puzzle lock right next to the door as well, but it looks like maybe it's just a memorization puzzle. So this one stays clicked in. Let me find another one. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's gonna be the whole thing. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. There we go. 3. I already forgot it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice. There we go. So we might have opened the door already. Yeah, I think we did. Okay, so maybe the combination's
Lori?
not for the train
Oh
car.
my
Oh,
gosh!
we found
I never
Lori.
thought you'd be the one to find me. No offense. Nadine?
Oh, she doesn't even know our name.
Nancy Drew.
Well, as you can see, I wasn't really spirited away by ghosts or anything. That bookshelf in the dining car, you step on this thing in the floor in there, and it slides open. I practiced disappearing for weeks.
So she did do it all for show.
So it was just all for show?
Well, not entirely. See, here's the deal. My dad wound up with this train when he bought out Noram Shipping. They'd been storing it in this old warehouse outside St. Louis for so long that everybody had just forgotten about it. Anyway, after like mass begging on my part, Dad had the train restored to working condition and got me an engineer and track permits and all that other stuff until finally, here we are, on our way to find out what happened to Jake Hurley.
Interesting, but why does she want to know? And why did she cause all the drama? Oh my gosh, it looks like she's reading a Charlene and Purcell book. The Moon Tells No Lies.
I think you were going to explain why you kidnapped yourself.
Oh, right. Well, see, I was one of the first people in like 100 years to set foot on this train, okay? Everything was just the way it was when Jake disappeared. Except I also found this. It's a letter that Jake wrote in 1901 to his niece back east. He was real paranoid about claim jumpers, which is why he never told anyone where his mine was. But he was also afraid something would happen to him and no one would ever know where it was. So he wrote this letter to his only living relative, Ruth Kensington. Here, take it.
You want me to have it? Why?
Because you found me. See, in that letter, Jake tells Ruth that everything she needs to figure out where his mine is on this train. He also warns her that his wife's spirit is on the train too, which kind of creeps me out. But the thing is, to find Jake's lost mine, we need the train.
How do you know this Ruth person didn't find the mine decades ago?
Mostly because I found that letter in the wastebasket. It was like she'd gotten so ticked off, trying to follow her nutty uncle's clues, that she finally said to heck with the whole thing.
So you want me to try to figure out where the mine is?
Uh-huh. As for the other people on board, if you want to show them that letter, go ahead. It's totally up to you. We're going to Copper Gorge because that's where Jake buried Camille, so I figured his mine might be somewhere around there too. But if you think we need to go somewhere else, you just let me know and I'll have the engineer take us there.
How come you didn't try to find the mine yourself?
Maybe I did. Or maybe I just thought letting other people try to find it would be a good excuse to throw a party. I like parties.
She's being so mysterious.
How well do you know your guests?
Well, I don't know you or those Harvey guys at all.
Hardy. Frank and Joe Hardy.
Whatever. I didn't know John Gray before this either, but I love his show, and I figured he'd jump at the chance to investigate an honest-to-goodness haunted train, and now that someone has finally found me, I can finally go meet him for real.
Oh my goodness.
What about Tino Balducci?
I met Tino right after he got famous for solving those robberies. Inviting him here for this was a no-brainer. I mean, what an awesome detective. And those piercing eyes of his, you just know his mind's in there going 90 miles an hour.
How well do you know Charlene Purcell?
I just know her from her books, which are so good. In fact, I just started reading her latest one, The Moon Tells No Lies.
Yep, that's what we see laying on our bed.
What I really like to do is write romance novels. Everybody who knows me says I'd be really good at it. In fact, a while back, I sent Charlene some ideas, you know, just to see what she thought.
And?
She hated them.
We'll talk some more later.
You go, girl.
All right. Let's see if we can find anything in this room.
Locked, naturally. I wonder how you open it.
We'll come back to that. It looks like we can't
Wonder how you're supposed to get this open.
open anything here yet. Yeah, we've tried all the doors.
Looks like a dance floor, maybe?
This reminds me of the Barbie movie, what is it, the 12 Dancing Princesses?
Got my dancing shoes on. Now what?
So it looks like we might have to move the shoes in a pattern, but we don't know what pattern that is yet. So we'll have to come back to that one. Just keep looking around the room. So we have a lot of things in here. There's this chest that does open, and it looks like we have a tool.
I can use this to open that grate I saw in Camille's car.
That is true. So let's take that. Okay. Let's check out this weird looking clock? Or what is this? It just has letters on it. Maybe they're the... Let me see. I see silver. Silver. And then some things look like Colorado City. So maybe these are all names of places we're gonna stop. But I don't think...
The 3rd of November,
Oh, that's
1901,
true. We
from
haven't read
somewhere
this
in
letter yet.
Colorado.
Let's read
Dear
this
Ruth,
letter.
I know that we've never met, but now that your father, my estranged brother, is gone, you are my only living relative. I am writing to you to tell you about my mine before I, too, depart this earth, and its location is lost forever. I cannot tell you outright where it is, lest this epistle fall into the wrong hands, but with the information which follows, and with my train, which shall be yours upon my death, I promise that you'll be able to find it. First, you will need a map. To obtain it, know that my travels have taken me all over this great country, to towns which can be difficult to find.
Oh, here we
To
go.
Calico, Silverado, and Central City.
Those are the
to
city
Dodge
names.
City, Virginia City, and Tombstone.
Let's
To
see.
locate the mine on the map, you'll need my projector. When it comes to placing the stones, you'll need to ask someone who holds a warm place in my heart. I have stored his name accordingly, but to retrieve his name, you'll have to give the dolls an order. This will require looking inside Camille's dancing shoes for the name of their maker, and wearing the shoes as you perform her favorite step on the dance floor. As for my beloved Camille, she has 4 words for you, words which, when translated into numbers and used in combination, will help power my projector. But alas, she's taken them with her to her grave. So go to Copper Gorge, Colorado, and pay your respects, and let some of her goodness rub off on you. I promised Camille that this train would always be her home. In return, she promised to never leave, and indeed she never has. People say I'm crazy, but I've seen her, and heard her, and feel her presence on the train even today, 20 years after her untimely death. So above all else, my dear niece, let nothing happen to my train. It holds wonderful things. Kindest regards, Jake Hurley.
So there's a lot of information in this letter. Let's go back. Let us look at these cities here. Let me see what I wrote down. Dodge City, Virginia City, and Tombstone. Okay, so let's see if we can find those in the little word hunt here. So there's Calico is first. It looks like could be right here. C-A Calico. Yeah, that one worked. Then we have Virginia City. I wonder, I don't think it's that one. It can't be that one. Maybe up here? No. I'm looking for a good... Oh, that's probably why. Because Silverado is next. So, Silverado. Okay. And then Central City. Let's see. I think somewhere around here. Central City. We have Dodge City. There we go. Now Virginia City. Let me see if they're in a better place. It looks like they are. And then the last one is called Tombstone. There we go. Ah. How many letters is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Guess I'm done.
That's...
Strange. All that's left is a jumble of letters.
I remember I wrote down we need 8 letters in that one car that might have a projector in it and everything. So let me write these down. Maybe we can do something with those now. So we have N, B, R, C, T, B, A, A. Did that do anything else? I think that's it. That's all it gave us. And I think that's everything else in this room.
That must be the projector Jake mentioned in his letter to Ruth.
Ah, yeah. Where is it? Oh. Oh, now we can do these letters right here. Okay, so N. B. R. C. T. B. A. And then another A. Ooh. I love how that works. That's so fun. I love that. Let's take a look at this map that we pulled out with that letter combination.
Jake's mind must be somewhere on this map, but where?
It's true. Looks like we can't look at anything on the map, so we maybe need the projector to help point us to it. Okay. Let's head back and see what else we can do right now. Oh.
Those look like steam pipes.
So maybe when we connect all of them, this will do something. We can't do anything yet. And then it looked like I can interact with this table here. Oh, we found another button, or another slug. It's a number 8 this time. Oh, what's on this piece of paper?
Silver. What do all those colors have to do with silver?
Silver. Oh, I remember there was that color puzzle. So let's see. Silver is orange, blue, green, red, purple, yellow. See if there's anything else in these drawers. After this, I think we'll just make our way back through the cabin and see, kind of solve one puzzle at a time. Looks like there's a false bottom in this drawer. And some blueprints?
Looks like to make this thing, whatever it is, I'm going to need a spyglass, a pickaxe, and a lamp. Citrine, amethyst, zircon, those are all gemstones.
They are.
I think.
Ooh, okay. So, I guess the projector will use all the gemstones in order to tell us our location. So let's write down the ones that we need. We need citrine, amethyst, zircon, Is it peridot? Tiger's eye. And tourmaline. There's a note that says Thirsty knows. I wonder who Thirsty is. And then she also said we'll need the pickaxe, a spyglass. That's something that we don't have yet. Also need a spyglass. All right. And really quick, let's take a look at this last drawer. Yeah, we got some more writing in here. Could be so upset about something that befell a doll, but I accidentally knocked the one Camille calls Naughty Tina off the shelf and literally, I'm afraid, fractured its tiny skull despite my heartfelt apologies. Camille burst into tears at the sight of the crack, which now traverses Naughty Tina's face. Tears continued unabated for hours. I told her I'd order her another as soon as we reach Copper George. I keep wanting to say Copper George. Copper Gorge. Okay, so we have Naughty Tina's face. That is cracked, so that's another doll. Naughty Tina. Okay. How many dolls are there? She is an avid doll collector, for sure. Okay, I think that's all the drawers. So let's go back this way. Maybe talk to the others, you know, see if anyone else has found out anything, or we could just brag about how we found Lori first. I don't... Oh yeah, here's that color box. So we're back in Dino's room. And here's that one color box. And we did get the colors that we need for silver. So let's go back here. Okay, so silver is orange. Blue. Green. Oh. Hold on, I clicked on the wrong part of it. Orange. Blue. Green. Red. Purple. And then yellow. Oh, it looks like we got the lock part itself off. So I wonder if that'll come in handy later. And we were able to open the box.
Wilson carbide and acetylene works.
Interesting. Dear Jake, I have sent you 2 lamps, which you should receive by the end of the month. When you get them, simply place carbide in the lower chamber, water in the upper chamber, then use the built-in flint lighter to ignite the jet of gas, which results. As you'll see, the carbide lamp is an exceedingly practical device, especially for people in your dark and dangerous line of work. Would that you or I had invented it. In your last letter, you sounded quite despondent, old chum. I suppose this is understandable, but I am living proof of how quickly misfortune can turn into good fortune. Little did I suspect 5 years ago that my attempt to produce aluminum would instead produce calcium carbide, or that calcium carbide, when placed in water, would release acetylene. Yes, suddenly I was the surprised but happy owner of the patent for an inexpensive way of manufacturing an extremely flammable gas. Just as I became wealthy when I sold that patent, I have no doubt that you two will someday be
Always your
handsomely.
friend, Thomas Wilson.
Yeah. Handsomely rewarded for your efforts. Continue to keep me apprised of your adventures, dear friend, and never ever give up. May the lamps I sent you soon light your way to the gold you seek. And then we do have this friend here, Thomas Wilson. So let's see. Friend's name. I'll just write him down as Lamp Guy. Thomas Wilson. Okay. And it looks like we also found, that might be the dance steps that we need.
Looks like a pattern for some kind of dance step. Maybe I'd better keep this.
I think we should. I'm actually gonna take a picture of that. I feel like that'll be a little easier to keep track of it. So now we can go do all those dance steps. Still can't interact with that. Kind of going room by room and seeing if there's anything new we can do. Ah, right. I wanted to look at this because I know the next symbols on the scale are that square and what was it? The square. Let me check my notes. I don't know if I wrote it down. I want to say the square and the eagle. So I'll just write it down just in case. So we have the square equals 4 and the eagle equals 2. Just so we can have that. And then with that new tool that we got, I think we can go into this grate now.
That tool I saw in the caboose. I bet that's what you use to unscrew these bolts.
Let's see what the trick is here. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to line these divots in from the screws, line them up with the wall here. Let's get out our tool. Okay, these are all lined up. This one isn't. Oh, and then that moved the next one. So let's move that one back. Nice. I was lucky on that one. I feel like I got that one pretty easily. Okay, now I just have to line the upper right and the upper left. They're tricky because when you move one, it moves a few others, so you have to be careful here. Yeah, it moved this one down here, so let's see. This one looks like it's about 3 spaces away. Oh, wow. And then that one moved over here. Definitely tricky. You know, I feel like sometimes it just has to get a little chaotic before it can get better. Let's see. Oh, I can move these ones back. I was able to get that corner one. Okay, let's see. We'll figure it out. That one's nice. I can just kind of fix it. So let me get these two lined up again. There we go. Okay. Nice. It looks like we just have one more left. It's kind of like a Rubik's Cube, which I've never solved. So let's see. Let's see what this last one does when I turn it. Okay, it moves this one over here. So I think as long as I get it to like one before. Oh no, and then that one moves. We'll deal with that one later. Okay, and then that one moves this one. It is a little tricky, but we'll get there. There we go. Okay, so the top row is now done. It did mess this bottom one up. So let's see if I can fix that one. And that one turns quite a few of them. There we go. I think we've done it. Hold on. There we
More pipes
go.
to connect.
All right. Now we're on to the second puzzle. Part of this, when there's like a puzzle after a puzzle, it reminds me almost of the Blueprints, if you guys have ever played that or heard of that game. Ooh, okay. Oh, wow. So the pipes are now color connected, and it looks like certain pipes. Okay. The green and the red ones. No. The blue and the red ones. If you click on them, all of them rotate. It's kind of similar to the puzzle we just did. Okay, but that one, so I guess the green ones aren't impacted by that, which is nice. Okay, we have almost half of it done. How about you? Easy.
Here we go.
Perfect. So I think there's only one other crate now after this. I don't think we were
It's
ever
locked.
able to get that open. Maybe we need a key or something. Let's see if there's anything else. I think that's everything for this room. He's still in here doing his ghost hunting stuff, so we can't use the piano yet. Although I would love to. Let's go through this door to the next cabin. It would help if there was some kind of symbol on the cabin, so oh,
What is that?
I think we see the ghost of his wife dancing. Whoa, yeah, it definitely looked like a person. And there was a bunch of lights and everything. Okay, this is the grate where we have 4 numbers. Do we need these 4 numbers? Oh, I think we do. I think that sounds familiar. Is there something in the map in the projector room? Let me write the numbers down just in case they mean anything. 3, 9, 8, 5. Found that. Found that. Yeah, the cities. Okay. There's nothing else we can do with that grate. Let's just go down this hallway. Go through the sleeping car real quick. Oh, I wonder if now we can grab that gemstone. So I'm looking at the head of the taxidermy ram that has a gemstone in its eye. And I'm thinking, yeah, we can just grab it now. Perfect. So that one, probably our amethyst. So I'll put a little check there. Let's see, Charlena Purcell. I think there was something we could do in this room. I want to say there's a grate somewhere.
What's with the Cheshire Cat grin?
You found Lori.
Oh, how do they
Yep,
know?
she's holed up in the caboose. And as a reward for finding her, she let me have this.
She did?
It's a letter from Jake to his niece in which he leaves clues telling her how to find his mine. Only the clues are extremely obtuse.
Nancy's so
You
sweet
found
sharing
Lori,
this with
you
a
got
hearty
the letter
voice.
with all the clues. Guess you don't need us anymore.
Oh, Joe, quit pouting. Want any help?
Are you kidding? You bet I do.
Now you're talking.
All right. That's true.
I found a diagram for some kind of contraption that Jake designed, but to operate it, you need his pickaxe and some kind of lamp or lantern, which it looks like he gave to somebody named Buell.
Buell? Joe, show her.
Show her what?
That old picture we found.
Okay.
We found this on the bookshelf. See? Buell's Supplies and Pawn Shop. That's gotta be the same Buell Jake gave his axe and lantern to.
Yeah, 100 years ago. And the guy was a pawnbroker, Frank. The stuff's probably long gone.
Or maybe it's still somewhere in Copper Gorge.
Well, that's where we're headed, so let's just hope for the best.
Right.
So we'll definitely have to stop by Buell's pawn shop. See if we can find what we're missing.
It stands to reason that the only person other than Jake who had to have known the location of Jake's mine was the engineer on Jake's train.
Very true.
Not necessarily. Jake might not have told him the exact location. Maybe he just had him drop him off somewhere nearby.
Well, still, we'd be way ahead of the game if we knew where that drop-off point was.
It would be nice to know his name.
The guy died more than 100 years ago. How are we supposed to find out his name?
Maybe Charlena What's-Her-Face could tell us how to go
That's
about it.
true.
Good idea, Frank. I'll ask her.
All right.
See you later.
Sounds good.
Okay. So let's see. Oh, I could go check what this was. Oh, it was a duck. Okay, so we need to figure out what a duck is. What number a duck is. I just wrote down the eagle. Duck. Okay. I don't think we could turn on the steam valve yet because I think there's still another grate that we saw. Not in there. Oh, I wonder if these... I don't think that's the shoemaker. So I remember in his letter they said something about we'll need the shoemaker's name. Maybe... Let's see, Sadie... Crawford... I guess she would be missing shoes. If it was a doll. So I'll write that down. They are tiny. Let's see if we can get into this eagle painting.
Where else have I seen an eagle?
So maybe this will open when I get the right amount of weight. It's still closed. Okay, we have some things to say this this esteemed writer over here.
Yes?
I found Lori. She's in the caboose. You were right. She disappeared because she wanted to see which of us would find her first.
And you won. Congratulations.
How would I go about finding out the name of Jake's train engineer?
If you're smart, you'd ask me. And because my work is going surprisingly well, during my next break, I'll log on to my archives at home and see what I can turn up.
That'd
Well,
be
that's actually
great.
really nice.
Thank you.
Whoever invented the cellular modem, that's whom you should thank, dear.
Did you know that Lori wants to be a romance novelist?
Doesn't everyone?
Have you discussed any of her ideas with her?
No. Could we please talk about something a little more pleasant?
Interesting. She really doesn't want to talk about that.
The others on the train, John Gray and that police detective, do you know them very well?
I don't know them at all. Needless to say, I don't watch television, so I've never even seen Mr. Gray before. Although I do know that his profession, if you can call it that, is rife with crackpots. As for Mr. Balducci, from what I've read, his success in solving those robberies was less a matter of talent and more a matter of being in the right
And
place
she's
at
just a
precisely
hater.
the right time.
Okay, Miss Trunchbull.
In other words, you don't think he deserves all the attention he's getting?
No. You and
I
those
mean,
two
she
Boy
was
Scouts
right
you're
about
with would
Lori,
make
so
better
maybe she's
detectives.
just
Is that all, dear?
extremely honest. And brutally so.
I should get going.
All right, then.
Okay, she was nicer that time. She didn't say, my publicist is waiting for me or something like that. My publicist thanks you. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. We could have to find where that other grate is. I think we went backwards on accident. It's okay. We'll just slowly make our way down this train car. There we go. Ah, we can't go out that door yet, actually. Because that's the one leading to the outside. So I think our best next move is to get that eagle painting open. So we have to find the scale. It should be coming up. It was right before one of the last train cars we entered. Oh, you know what? Let's hop in here. 'Cause I know this is where Balducci is. Remember we saw this crystal, so can you grab it? Ooh, very pretty. Almost looks like Tiger's Eye. But it's not very brown and orangey. Have we seen this one? Yeah, okay. Just checking that grate. Let's see if the scale is at the end of this hall. Yes, it is. So now we're trying to aim to get the value of square, which is 4. Okay, and if I put it on the left side, it's negative, and the right side must be positive. So we have to get 4 with all of these numbers. Let's see. It has to be... Oh, there we go. 8 minus 7 plus 3. Okay, and we've got the square. So now we just have to get the duck. So I don't think that did anything yet for us. That was something. Oh, you know what we can do as well? We can do the dancing steps, which I want to say is all the way back here.
Whoa! Somebody must have thrown the emergency brake.
Oh.
The question is, did somebody throw the brake? Or something?
Oh, Joe, now you sound like Lori.
Hey, I was the first one on the scene, and I saw no one.
Who was the next person on the scene?
John Gray. Then Balducci came bursting through one door while Frank and the engineer came through the other. Boy, was that guy ticked. He said the train could have derailed. He reset the brake, muttered a few choice words, then headed back to the engine just as you and Lori showed up.
Everybody was there except Charlena. I don't think she left her laptop the whole time.
There's no way Lori could have thrown the brake, unless she had someone else do it.
The question is, why? What did she or anybody else stand to gain by stopping the train?
Answer? Nothing. Which is why I think we should at least consider the possibility that something less human in nature may be at work here.
Ah,
I do
Joe.
still think that's a
I'm going
possibility.
to see if Balducci's done dusting for fingerprints. Catch you later.
Even though I feel like with Nancy Drew games, they always like to lead into it like it's something supernatural, but of course it's nothing. I wonder if the engineer will talk to us now about maybe the brake situation, who pulled the emergency brake.
Engineer,
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. I talked to you before, very briefly.
you're not the one who pulled the emergency brake, are ya?
No.
Good. Because if you were, I'd have to come back there and throttle you. Old as this train is, it's a wonder it stayed on the tracks.
Is there any way that brake could have been activated accidentally?
You pull on the handle, the wheels lock. You don't pull on the handle, they don't lock. Did somebody pull on the handle by mistake? I guess it's possible, but if you ask me, anybody that stupid has no business being on a train, or anywhere else for that matter. Now, if you don't mind, I gotta get back to work.
Interesting. So who pulled the brake on the train? Alright. Let's go back and try to do that dancing step that we learned. Actually,
Looks like Tino's through dusting for fingerprints. Better not mess with that puppy.
trying to see if maybe I could investigate any more on there. And yeah, I've checked this one. We still don't have any number combo. Yeah, that's not it. Don't know what that one is yet. Maybe we can ask him about the brake situation.
What's up?
Well, we can be kind of sassy back.
I found Lori safe and sound in the caboose, so I guess those vibes you got about her being in serious trouble were wrong.
Strange. My vibes are never wrong. What's even stranger is I'm still getting them. So maybe they're not about Lori. Maybe they're about you.
Excuse me?
I'm confused. Are you a scientist or a psychic?
I happen to be both. What's commonly referred to as psychic phenomena is all a matter of energy. Just because we don't know where that energy is generated or how to measure it yet, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Trust me, either you or Lori is, or soon will be, in big trouble.
Could you be more specific?
Unfortunately, no.
Let's see if he's interested in the glowing lights we saw we kind of saw Camille's ghost a little bit.
I saw a bunch of weird glowing lights outside the window of the sleeping car.
Really? Actually, I'm not surprised.
Charlena said Jake Hurley used to see them too, only he attributed them to his dead wife, Camille.
They're probably some form of piezoelectricity. See, my guess is quartz crystals in the ground are being compressed as the train passes over them, and the resulting voltage, called piezoelectricity, is manifesting itself as glowing lights, probably because of some quirk in the train shape or in the composition of the metals used in its construction.
He doesn't
It
believe
was custom built, remember?
it's a ghostly one. So maybe he is the real deal. I mean, this is easy, you know, bait for him to be like, oh yeah, that's a ghost, but he's actually scientifically explaining what the possibility of it is.
So it's a natural phenomenon, not a ghostly one?
But it did
Take
look
it from me.
like
Old Mother
a
Nature
woman
is capable
dancing.
of some pretty scary stuff.
So are you making any progress in here?
Oh yeah, not only am I getting some real unusual EMRs, that's electromagnetic readings, but take a look at this.
You've got something?
I set up a camera and took some time-lapse photos. Sometimes I was in the room, sometimes I wasn't, but somewhere along the line, I managed to get a shot of Camille.
Where? You don't mean that little blob,
This
do you?
blob right
Yep,
here.
that's Camille.
Okay.
You're skeptical. That's cool. Just remember, the key word when it comes to ghostly phenomena is energy. That blob is the result of Camille's residual life force, spirit if you will, reacting with the chemicals in the photographic paper.
Couldn't it just be a
Interesting.
flaw in the photographic paper?
Okay, it could be that too,
Right.
but it's not.
Or
Trust
bad
me.
lighting.
I won't keep you any longer.
Take care.
All right. Well, we kind of gained some new information from him. Oh. Did I write down? Now I need to write down what the duck is. The duck is 1. So we'll write that down. 1. And then I also did see that before the eagle there was like a castle. Or maybe it's... Let's see what looks like a castle. Maybe it's this bell. Bell is 12. Just to have a few ready next time I stumble across that again. Okay. We didn't talk to him about the emergency brake. Interesting. There's some peanuts, like packing peanuts on the ground. But we can't do anything more with that. That is really weird.
Well, it's the little lady detective. What do you need?
I found Lori. She was hiding in the caboose.
Oh, yeah?
We can brag a little bit, especially in front of him.
She disappeared because she wanted to see who'd find her first, which is why she left that clue behind.
That slug? I mean, I knew that slug was a clue. That's why I gave it to you. I mean,
my
I could have
goodness.
found Lori no sweat. But I thought, hey, why not give somebody else a shot? And you came through. Nice job.
Thank you.
But look, from now on, if you come across anything that may have something to do with Jake Hurley and his mind, let me know, okay? Just so I can, give you advice, help you sort things out. After all, the opportunity to work side by side with a world-famous police detective doesn't come along every day,
That makes me not want to tell him anything that we discover. How did you and Lori meet?
How did you and Lori meet?
We met at a party in New York. Nice girl. Not a lot upstairs, but nice girl.
Okay.
She seems to have a thing for your eyes.
Yeah, she always told me they were... I mean, she told me once that she thought they were very, brown.
What do you think happened to Jake Hurley?
He probably died trying to work that mine of his all by himself. But I'll let you in on a secret. I'm onto something that could crack this case wide open.
Interesting.
What did you find?
Sorry, can't go into detail. Let's just say that thanks to yours truly, what happened to Jake Hurley won't be a mystery much longer.
Did you find any fingerprints on the emergency brake handle?
None that ready hell.
And then he
Thanks
doesn't
to
want to share
Casey
anything with
Jones
us.
up there. I told the old geezer not to touch anything, but he went and got his big, fat, oily paw prints all over the place. If we didn't need him to drive the train, I'd charge him with obstruction of justice.
Oh my god. All these people need to be humbled.
Did you do anything else besides look for fingerprints?
Of course. As a matter of fact, I found this. Probably fell out of the perp's pocket
A
when he was yanking on the
thermometer.
handle.
Looks like some kind of thermometer.
Yeah, like the kind a certain ghost hunter uses on that bogus show of his.
You think John Gray threw the brake? But why would he do that?
Because they're thinking about axing his show, that's why. I checked with this buddy of mine in L.A. Gray's got to come up with something real big real soon, or he's toast. And you can't get much bigger than a train with a spooky past that's prone to strange accidents, now can you?
That is true.
Have you confronted John with your suspicions?
All in due time. I always like to get my ducks in a row before I make an arrest.
But couldn't someone else have dropped that thermometer?
Please. Who's the top cop here, huh? Who's the world-famous detective? You? I know what I'm doing, sweetheart.
Oh my
John
God.
Gray wanted publicity. That's exactly what I'm gonna give him.
Well, we don't need to say anything else here.
It's been great talking to you.
Not a problem.
Let's see. Oh, we didn't go back here before. And then, oh, there's some kind of gem in this.
That could be one of the gems I need. Maybe Tina will let me take
This
a
cat
closer
statue
look.
sitting on Jake Hurley's desk. Carson's carbide. Ooh, we'll need that.
Carbide. Just what I need to make that lamp I found work.
Perfect. So we got some carbide. I think that's everything here. Well, that's good. I'm glad I came this way. Let's see. So for the duck, I don't know if I can do it with this. I think I need one more to be able to get the duck. I need to find one more slug. I think the room with the dancing shoes was in here. Yes, there we go. So let's do a little dance.
Darn, the name of the shoes is so faded I can't tell what it is.
Mm.
Maybe Bess and George can help me figure out who made them.
That's true. That was on the letter of all the clues that we got. Let's give them a ring really quick so we could do the dance. And then maybe they'll know by the time we're done doing it. So let's give them a call.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
Hey, what's going on?
The name of the company that made Jake's wife's dancing shoes is too faded to read. But to find Jake's mine, I need to know what it is.
Hey, I know what you can do. Take a picture of them with your cell phone, then send it to us, and we'll check them out for you.
But I thought you guys had to paint Bess's room.
Boring.
Oh, they're so
Besides, we're going to
sweet.
have to take a break soon because we're almost out of paint. Probably because Bess has gotten more on me than she has on the wall. Anyway, send us a picture of the shoes via cell phone and we'll get right on it.
Ah, you guys are the greatest.
I know. Need anything else?
We can tell them the gossip with Lori and Tino.
Tino Balducci definitely has a thing for Laurie Gerard.
Really? Ooh, I bet the tabloids would love to hear that.
What's more, I get the feeling Laurie feels the same way about him.
You mean there's some kind of mutual attraction thing going on between them?
Something's going on between them. I'm not really sure what.
Well,
Maybe
find out. I mean, that's a mystery worth pursuing.
Tino was the
Heck with
one
this
who
Jake
helped
Hurley
her.
stuff. You'd give up the possibility of finding gold for gossip, Bess? For gossip this good? Oh, yeah.
Talk to you soon.
We'll be right here.
All right, let's take a picture. And then send that over to Beth. All right. Should we call her back and ask if she got the picture? Let's see. We're like that kind of friend. Who's like, hey.
Hello?
Hey, Bess, it's me. Got the name of those dancing shoes yet?
Still working on it.
Okay.
I better go.
All right,
Remember,
good.
when in doubt, call.
All right. Now to get into the dance, let me pull up that picture I had. There's quite a lot of dancing steps. Okay, so we start left foot forward, right foot goes all the way up here, left foot over here, right foot there. We got 5, that's here, 6, here, 7, 8. Oh, and then the right foot moves 9, and then 10. Yep, there's one of the dolls, and it looks like something just fell. Well, another gemstone. Definitely need that one. All right.
Guess Camille liked to collect dolls.
Wow. So I'm thinking we'll have to put them in some kind of order. Let's see. Yeah, so now we just need the name of the maker, and then we can give the dolls an order. So maybe they were able to do it. Let's see. Let's call them back. We did the dance really quick.
Hello?
Hey, Bess, it's me. Got the name of those dancing shoes yet?
Still working on it.
I discovered this cabinet full of old dolls in the caboose.
Old dolls make my skin crawl. Whose were they?
They belong to Jake's wife, Camille. Jake mentioned them in his letter to his niece.
They could have been Jake's, you know. I mean, they never had a child of their own, right? So maybe after Camille died, he went a little bonkers. Oh, Bess. Hey, I'm just trying to think outside the box here, okay? Something it wouldn't hurt you to do from time to time, little Miss No Imagination. You know, maybe I'll just put this paintbrush down, walk out that door, and let you do this all by yourself. No! You've got to keep painting. If I don't get this done by tomorrow, I'll be grounded for a month. I was just kidding about your imagination. It's wonderful. You're wonderful. Very, very wonderful. That's more like it.
I better go.
We'll be right here.
Okay. We can't do anything with the dolls yet. go through our checklist and see what we can do.
Check. Finish that. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Check. Finish that. Check. Finish. Still have to do that.
There's so many of
Haven't
them.
done that yet. I'm done with that.
Just gonna go
Finish.
through them really
Check.
quick.
Still
And then
have to
look
do
at the
that.
ones I still have to do.
I'm still have to do that. Check. Check. Check.
The very first one is note to self. When a task has been completed, remember to check it off. So I'm definitely happy I started doing that. We have quite a few things on our checklist. Let's go back down to the beginning. Figure out how you're supposed to move that painting.
Haven't done that yet.
Well, we know how, but I think we're gonna need more slugs. And right, figure out which 4 numbers. We can't play the piano yet. Yeah, we should go ask John Gray about the thermometer that Tino found. I keep calling him Dino and Tino. I think that's one of our best bets. Let's go do that. Ooh. It looked like the lights went off almost for a second.
Hey, glad you stopped in. You gotta listen to this.
What have you got?
I put this digital recorder in the corner where Camille showed up in that picture and turned it on so it would just keep recording. Now when you play it back at normal volume, all you hear is background noise.
Right.
But when you turn the volume way up and run the signal through a filter or two, hear that?
I hear something. It kind of sounds like a woman singing.
Not just any woman.
Camille.
I don't know.
So be careful what you say in here.
Do you buy it?
She's listening.
Are you by any chance missing a small digital thermometer?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. When I went through the box I'd packed them in, that one over there, I came up one short. I was hoping to set up at least 6 in here so I could check for cold spots. How did you know I was missing one?
Because Tino Balducci found it by the emergency brake handle when he was dusting it for fingerprints, and now he thinks you're the one who pulled it.
That's ridiculous. I didn't have any reason to pull the emergency brake.
You know what's interesting is that he has a bunch of packing peanuts where he said his thermometer was, and Tino had a bunch of packing peanuts on the floor. So that leads me to think that Tino stole it. I'm gonna write that down. I definitely have weird feelings about Tino. And this guy so far, even though he's a little rude, he's been helpful. So Tino, I'm gonna say Tino stole the thermometer. Okay. Is it true that your show is in danger of being canceled?
Is it true that your show is in danger of being canceled?
Newsflash, my show was canceled. Happened last night. But what nobody knows yet is that it's been picked up by a major TV network. Not only am I still on the air, but I'm sitting prettier than ever. Any other questions?
We don't know if that's true, but that is good news. Good for you.
Were you in this room the whole time prior to that emergency brake thing?
Of course not. I made a couple of trips to my compartment in the sleeping car to get more equipment. But did I get an overpowering urge to pull the emergency brake while I was there? No.
Thanks for the chat.
Pleasure talking to you.
Let's see if we can investigate where those packing peanuts are. Maybe now we can look at them. I don't think so. Maybe it's just a nod to us, because we noticed it. So now we can check that off the list.
I'm done with that. Still
We
have to
still
do that.
don't know. Maybe we have to ask everyone about the break. We still haven't asked. Lori. I forgot her name for a second. And I know Lori's all the way in the very back. I'm still learning the direction of the train car. I think it's this way. It's like a maze of its own. I wonder if we can put the crystals in here, the ones that we found.
According to that diagram I found, those 6 gemstones are supposed to go in these 6 holders. But I have no idea which one goes where.
Oh, that's true. They all have like different shapes inside of them. Interesting. Oh, so cool though. So we'll definitely need to figure out that as well. Okay, let's ask her, see if she knows about the emergency brake. Maybe she'll just admit to have doing it.
Yes?
Ooh.
I hear that Tino and you used to be an item.
How did you know that?
I'm a good detective, remember?
I couldn't
We went
resist.
out a couple of times, yeah. As for why we stopped going out, you'd have to ask him.
Do you have any idea who threw the emergency brake?
I know exactly who did it.
Oh my god. Did she do it?
You do?
Well, who else could it be? Camille. None of us has any reason to stop
Another
the train
vote
but
for
Camille.
Camille.
She doesn't want us to find Jake's mine, so she's going to do whatever she can to keep its location a secret.
Or is she just playing into this with Tino? Because there's part of me that feels like her and Tino are in on something together.
Did you see something?
Well, no, but I'll tell you what. Your friend, that Jim Harley guy?
Not Jim, Joe Hardy.
Yeah, well, he thinks it's Camille too. He just doesn't have the guts to say so.
I'll come back
Alright.
later.
Keep me posted.
Well, not too much information there. The only person we haven't talked to now is Charlena Purcell. And Charlena is all the way in the first car, which I believe is kind of like the diner car. You know, they probably have some nice booze in there. You can pour yourself a nice whiskey on the rocks. Recently, my favorite go-to bar drink is an actual martini. I never thought I would like them, but every time I watch someone take a drink out of a martini in a movie, it just sounded so good. And so my trick, for myself at least, is that I have to do gin. So a gin martini. So it's a little minty, but it's nice. And then I do it a little extra dirty. I love the taste of olives. Right.
More questions?
And I don't know if I want to show her the letter.
Do you have a theory as to who pulled the emergency brake?
Well, I know it wasn't me. I assume it wasn't you, and I highly doubt it was Lori. So that leaves those two friends of yours, Mr. Gray and Mr. Balducci.
You know, that's a good hypothesis.
What do you think their motive was?
I don't know about your friends, but perhaps those other two simply thought it would be fun. Boys will be boys.
It's weird that she just hasn't taken any blame so far, or I don't know, she doesn't seem interested in what's happening. She just seems caught up in her work, but I feel like what's happening around us is very intriguing and mysterious. So it's why is she so calm?
Were you able to find the name of Jake's train engineer?
I came across 3 references to the fact that Jake had an engineer, but I'm afraid none of them included his name. I failed. Sorry.
Ooh, she does not sound sorry. Well, let's see. Maybe we'll gain something from that.
Would you like to see the letter that Lori gave me as a reward for finding her?
The one in which Jake Hurley supposedly tells his niece how to find his lost mine? No, thank you. I happily leave it to you to try to solve the mystery of his disappearance. You can afford to look foolish, dear. I can't.
Aren't you even going to try finding out what
Exactly.
happened to Jake Hurley?
No time. The only reason I haven't insisted that Lori release me from all this silliness is there's always the possibility that what happened to him has the makings of a bestseller, although I highly doubt it.
Why are you so sure that Jake's story wouldn't make a bestseller?
His story is an all too common one. A man wanders off into the desert in search of gold and never returns. Why? He either doesn't have enough food or water, or he encounters hostile natives.
What about his wife, Camille, dying on the train like that?
That does make the story a little more interesting. She probably died of something mundane like pneumonia or even measles. Now, if it was wintertime when she died, and they were in the mountains, Jake no doubt kept her body on the train for months before he buried her, which is rather delicious in a morbid sort of way.
How do you think Jake's engineer wound up dead on the train in the middle of nowhere?
My guess is the engineer got tired of waiting for Jake to return, took off in the train to get help, and died of a heart attack along the way, after which the train rolled to a stop in Blue Moon Canyon. Anyone experienced enough to single-handedly
That's a
run a
really
steam
boring
engine would have been
answer.
quite a bit older than Jake.
Especially for someone who supposedly writes like a lot of fiction, you think she would be more curious. So I also have suspicions about her.
I'll touch bases with you later.
That would be nice.
Okay. So I think we've talked to everyone. I still...
More questions?
I should get going.
That would be nice.
Yes, yes. I was gonna try to give our girls a call.
Hello?
Me again. Just checking to see whether you were able to find out the name of those dancing shoes yet.
Your wish is our command.
Yes.
But hang on to your hat. The name is a real
Oh,
mouthful.
here we go. It got a
The
pen.
shoes were made by Chaussette Chateauyan. Chaussettetes. Chatoyantes. That's French for shimmering socks. Apparently, if you were into dancing in the 1870s, that was the company to get your shoes from.
Chaussette Chateauyan. Got it. Thanks, guys.
Let's see.
Thanks for letting us help.
Chaussettes. Chateauyan's. Okay.
John Gray claims to have Camille's voice on tape.
Really? Did you hear it?
I heard a woman singing, but it was very faint.
You heard an actual ghost?
Bess, whatever I heard was barely audible. For all I know, it could have been a voice off the radio or something.
Did the real Camille like to sing?
According to Charlena, she did.
Well, there you go. You heard a ghost. Oh, Bess, you are so gullible. Open-minded. Gullible.
Talk to you soon.
We'll be right here.
Okay. Now we can go organize those dolls. I still haven't figured out any 4-digit code that we could use. It almost looks like there's something on the floor in here, but I don't think we can click on it. No. The dolls are stored all the way back here. Did we get this open? Yeah. We did. This will be a tricky one. Okay. So we have CH. That could be Chantilly Hildegard, who has pigtails. I think that's her. And she's in the right place. Unless she's... There is another CH later down the line, but we'll see. We'll leave her there for now. Let me see if I even know who the other CH is. No. Okay. So we got CHAU. I think is Awful Ursula with the red hair. Let me double check. Yes, red hair, yellow. And then we have SS, which I believe is Sickly Sarah. Oh right, and Sickly Sarah has heterochromia. It's kind of hard to see from here. There she is. And then that goes there. And then we have ET, or maybe it's ETT, which would be, hi kitty. That's my kitty, Luna. She wants to sit on my lap. Okay, we have Edna the Terrible, who we don't know what she looks like. I mean, this doll kind of looks a little messed up, so I feel like we can put her in that spot for now. And then after that, there's an ES, and ES, Eliza Sandberger with a red ribbon. So it must be her. Okay. We're getting there, guys. Then we have another CH. That one, you know, there is an HA, which doesn't come in later, so I'm trying to debate, because we only have so many names. Let's see, try to figure this out. ETTES. So instead, I think Eliza Sandberger is actually at the end of the name. And then Edna the Terrible. Then ESC. There's some of these we haven't found yet. Maybe if we work backwards now, because the middle part is a little bit confusing with the name. So I think we should do. Yeah, we have Eliza Sandberger. Then we have TE. There's Thomasina. Oh, there we go. Teddy Eberhardt. I don't know. I want to say Teddy Eberhardt was the one that came in the plaid box. So we can put him here. And then AN. So I think that is. Doesn't look like we have an AN. See, this is where it gets a little confusing. We do have a YA, which is Yawning Alice. So maybe there's someone that's just like an N. Yawning Alice. And then TO. Thomasina O'Neill. I feel like it's just probably these dolls that we have to swap around. This one I remember we wrote down. He is Hagar Anderson. Which would be. We do have the name of her too. Somewhere around here. Okay, swap these two. Mama. Okay. That's weird. So maybe this one. Mama. Is Edna the Terrible? And then like calling out for her mom, telling on the other sibling. And then we did learn the name of this one. Sadie Crawford. Naughty Tina. Okay. Oh, okay, so this one goes right here. Naughty Tina. And then this boy with a plaid, I assume is Teddy Eberhardt. Maybe it's not. Let's just leave him there for now. Sadie Crawford. Oh, that's the missing one that we need. Oh, and I think we actually have her in the right place. Perfect. Sadie Crawford. I'm curious because these two could be swapped. Hold on. We're getting this all mixed up a little bit. This one does go there. Okay. So we got Chantilly Hildegard, Awful Ursula, Sickly Sarah, Edna the Terrible, This one's Sadie Crawford because she's missing shoes, the shoes that we found, probably. And then we have Hagar Anderson, T.O., which Thomasina O'Neill. I don't think we learned anything about her. But if you assume Thomasina is a woman, but it could be this boy. Well, we'll keep her there. Yawning Alice. We have NT, Naughty Tina. Oh, I think I skipped something. Hold on. Oh, there's like an extra doll. Naughty Tina. Something is wrong. Edna the Terrible, and then ES is Eliza Sandberger with a red ribbon. Maybe it's like, I definitely think I mixed that up along the way. Maybe this is like combined. So this one is Eliza Sandberger with a red ribbon, but then also Sadie Crawford, missing shoes. And then we go into Hagar Anderson, Thomasina O'Neill, which maybe could be this. No. We'll keep her there. And then we have Yawning Alice, Naughty Tina, and then ES again, which could be this spot. So what I'm thinking is I move this one here. So there's a few like unknowns. Yes, we got it. Oh, a lot of stuff in here. Very happy. We got some more slugs. Ooh, a picture. Like a little zine. It's interesting. That's all we can do. All right. Well, that's nice. So, let's check that off our list.
Finish that.
Now we can go.
Haven't done that yet. Check. Haven't done that yet.
Now we can go try to open some more doors with the scale in that one car, since we found some more slugs. Okay, so the square equals 4. So I think we just have to put 3 on to equal 4. So we can do, let's see, 7 minus 2 minus 1. So we got the square, and then we also need to get the duck, which is 1.
There! With any luck, I just opened the stove in the dining car.
Perfect. And then the bell is 12. So I'm curious, maybe we can figure out the bell because we have enough pieces here. So let me think about this. We have 15. Oh, it's close. Hold on, I'll get there. Okay. 15. 15 minus 4. I don't think that's it. 13. Unless we need to find a different slug, but I feel like we can do it. Maybe I need to add up to 12 instead of... we might not have... Wait, what was that? So we're able to get 12 this way, but we need all 3 of them on here, which definitely changes things. I don't know if we'll be able to make 12 with this combination of buttons. So let's go check out the dining car and see if we've opened anything in here. I'm actually going to turn back around and see if I can investigate the packing peanuts in Tino's room.
That looks just like the stuff John Gray has his thermometers packed in.
Exactly. All right, let's accuse him. J'accuse.
Glad you dropped in. Lori told me she'd given you a letter from Jake Hurley that says how to find his mine.
I didn't mention it before because it's very bizarre.
Lori should have given that to me. I mean, I'm the trained professional around here. Let me take a look.
Unfortunately, we're sharing it with him.
I've seen enough. 2 words. Useless. Those are just the rantings of a guy who spent way too much of his life swirling mud around in pans under the hot sun. 5-star nut job.
Wow.
You don't think there's anything helpful in there?
Nada.
Let's say
You're the one who pulled that emergency brake, aren't you?
Me? What, are you joking?
You stole one of John Gray's thermometers and planted it at the scene.
You're just some teenage nobody. I don't have to listen to this.
You're right, you don't. Neither do the other passengers. But unless you give me a good reason not to, I think I'll tell them anyway.
Look, maybe I was a little hasty, pointing a finger at the ghost guy like that. Maybe all those lies people have been spreading are starting to get to me. Maybe I thought it would help if I got a little positive press by solving a crime aboard a haunted train. Maybe I apologize. And, maybe you can see fit not to let any of this go beyond this room?
Well, no harm done, I guess.
Great. Well, what else can I do for you?
Interesting.
How come you told me you and Lori never went out, and she told me you did?
Don't you ever stop asking questions?
I'm a detective. You know how it is.
I dumped her, okay? I'm not proud of what I did. I'm not happy about what I did, but it's done. It's over. Now let's drop it.
Guess I'll just have to go talk to Lori again.
You are incredibly irritating, you know that? I dumped her because people said going out with her would make me look bad.
Wow.
Said she was a joke, that no one took her seriously. Said if I started hanging with her, no one would take me seriously. So I stopped calling.
But you didn't stop caring.
No. Now take a powder. I don't feel like talking anymore.
Wow. So I'm guessing we can't look at that cougar statue yet on the desk. So... Oh. The chandelier just shook a little bit. Let's see.
Still have to do that. I'm done with that.
Okay, so let's head back to the dining car. Which is this way. And now we should have figured out how to open that contraption. I wonder if something's been placed inside. Maybe another note. Yep, it opened. Yeah, it's like a little stove.
James Thurston.
James Thurston, the sum of $9 a week. Ah, so this must be the engineer that was on board. Let me write down his name. The engineer is James Thurston. And then I'm remembering he said in some blueprints he was like thirsty. Would have thirsty knows about these. So maybe we'll meet him? Oh no, he's dead, I think. Well, that's alright. We'll figure it out. Okay. So... now... we can tell them that we know the name of the engineer, the Hardy Boys.
Nancy, you missed it.
Missed what?
The argument of the century.
Joe, he's exaggerating.
Oh, come on. You heard them. They were ready to tear each other to shreds.
Ooh.
Who?
Charlena and Lori.
All we heard was the tail end of it, and unfortunately, we really couldn't make out what they were saying.
So you don't know what they were arguing about?
No.
But whatever it was, both of them were absolutely out of their minds, livid.
And it would probably be a good idea to find out why.
Let me look into it. I'll talk to you later, okay?
You know where to find us.
So now apparently some kind of fight broke out.
More questions?
What were you and Lori arguing about earlier today?
Lori and I? We weren't arguing. We were simply discussing a topic about which both of us are passionate, that's all.
Were you discussing her wanting to be a romance novelist?
No. And even if we were, that's really none of your business. I know that sounds harsh, but really, Nancy, eavesdropping is so tacky.
Actually, it was Frank and Joe Hardy who overheard you. They said I should talk to you before they gave me all the gory details, but
Yes.
since you obviously don't want to tell me
Loves the
your side of the story,
manipulation,
I'll just
Nancy.
have to get the scoop from them.
No, you don't have to do that. A storyline that Lori submitted to me found its way into my last book, despite the fact that she never received compensation for it.
Found
She's
its
reading the book
way.
now, and when she got to that part, she freaked.
Oh my goodness.
You stole one of her ideas?
She had no business sending me unsolicited material. But technically, yes. Now, legally, she can't prove anything, and I'm certainly
Wow.
not about to admit anything. And it's not as if she needs the money. But that's what we were arguing about. For what it's worth, I'm going to talk to this producer I know to see if he'll cast Lori in his next movie. It'll help ease my conscience, and who knows? She could wind up being a star. I mean, she is blonde.
Well, I'll let you go.
All right, then.
Everyone on this train is so mean, besides the Hardy Boys. The Hardy Boys are honestly, they've been pretty sweet to me. Well, let's go talk to Lori and see if we can get any information about why they were arguing. Yeah, we still have the same amount of slugs.
Before you say anything,
I like
I just
that
want
she's
to
still
say
reading the
thank
book.
you.
For what?
Tino came to see me. He said you'd made him realize what a jerk he'd been for dumping me, and then he asked me out. Isn't that great? He said he doesn't care what anybody else thinks. He thinks we make the perfect couple.
Well, I can't argue with him there.
So what do you want?
Interesting. I guess that's all we could say to her.
I'll come back later.
I'll be waiting.
Okay. Now's a good time to check our notes again.
Can't check that off yet.
Oh. I guess we didn't do that.
I'm done with that. I'm done with that.
We still need to find solution to the 4-number combination that I believe is in the sleeping car in here. But I don't think we have the information for that yet.
Hey, how's it going?
I think I know the name of Jake Hurley's engineer. James Thurston.
Great! What else do you know about him?
Well, nothing.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, finding out more about him will give us something to do. We'll look into it.
Balducci wants me to share everything I find out about Jake Hurley with him.
I'll bet he does.
He just doesn't want you to show him up again.
Yeah, he wants you to do all the legwork so at the last minute, bam, he can swoop in and grab all the credit.
I wouldn't tell him a
you guys
thing, Nance.
understand.
Unless it's to get lost.
See you later.
You better.
Maybe we should take their advice. not tell him anything more.
Check.
Okay. So I feel like we might be missing where one of those slugs are. Flippy fins. This looks like one of the fins that was like inside the crystal holders. Looked like they had a fin statue or something. So I don't think we can do anything in here. Maybe we can figure out how to open something else. Oop. I wonder if this is them. Camille and Jake Hurley. Okay. We have the strategy of just kind of combing through now. Just gonna check everything. See if I missed anything that could have some numbers. Let me read this letter again. I don't think we can do anything with that. It's hard. It gets so confusing. It's like a very cozy maze. I think this is the right way. No. It gets a little easier when I see the ram's head because I know we saw that towards the beginning, so I know that that's more so towards the cafeteria dining car. We're looking for more buttons. More of those slugs. I wonder if we can give our friends a call. And maybe we need to ask for a hint. Let's see.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
Hey, what's going on?
Get this. It turns out that Tino Balducci pulled the emergency brake.
Balducci did it?
He framed John Gray so he could arrest him and get some positive press for himself. I think it finally dawned on him that he's not the great detective everyone thinks he is, and probably never will be.
How pathetic can you
Period,
get?
Nancy.
Cute and
Period.
pathetic. Just my type.
Oh no. Don't try to fix him.
Charlena and Lori had this big, huge argument, and you'll never guess why.
Lori called Charlena a hack.
No.
Charlena called Lori an airhead.
No.
Bess, she doesn't really want you to guess, okay? Tell us, Nan.
Well, it seems that Lori sent Charlena a bunch of story ideas, one of which Charlena used in her latest book without telling or paying Lori.
Charlena stole something Lori wrote? That's incredible. No, the fact that Lori wrote something that Charlena thought was worth stealing. That's what's incredible.
It's truly just a wild story. More and more of the mystery just keeps unraveling.
It makes me think that Lori may not be quite as dumb as she looks.
Yeah, better keep an eye on her, Nan.
If I told you that I needed a hint, what would you say?
I'd say it's about time. I'd say fire away.
There's a panel in the sleeping car that I'd like to open, but it's got a 4-digit tumbler lock on it. How can I get it open?
Maybe those 4 digits on the lock have something to do with the 4 words that Jake said Camille had taken with her to her grave. But even after you figure out what they are, you're still going to have to translate them into numbers somehow.
That's what I was
That sampler
thinking.
hanging in Camille's car translates images into numbers. So maybe what you need to find is something that translates words into images. Know what I'd do if I were you? I'd go to Camille's car and sample some reading material.
Excellent. You guys are great.
We know.
See ya!
That wasn't very helpful, though. I kind of wanted to ask about, well, you know, that makes me think that we only have one choice, and that is to open the eagle painting. Maybe we can do that with the amount of slugs that we have. It just doesn't make sense because it's past the bell, so I feel like we would have to get the bell first. But, I mean, you do see there's these valves above these, so maybe I can get the eagle. Maybe I need to use all of them. Let's see, let's get 2. We definitely need... Let's see... Oh, it's like the same thing. We can't get that number.
Haven't done that yet.
Well, there we go. Sometimes all you have to do is check. Let's see if he's cooled off about us asking him questions.
Ah, I can't stay mad at a fellow detective. What do you need?
Do you think I could take a closer look at that cougar statue?
What, that cigar clipper? Go ahead, take a look.
Oh, it's a cigar clipper. That's cool.
I'll bet I need this stone to build that thing in the diagram I found.
That's true.
If I remove it now, Tina will know I'm onto something.
Yeah, we definitely don't want him to know what we're up
Interesting.
to.
I just wanted to get a good look at it, that's all.
What else can I do for you?
And that is it for us.
It's been great talking to you.
Anything for a fellow detective.
Okay, I feel like I have a little more momentum now. I know that we need to go talk more about the detective's name. So let's see if we can ask the Hardy Boys, who are always very helpful.
Hey, how's it going?
Were you able to find anything out about Jake's engineer, that James Thurston guy?
Good news and bad news. The good news is he had a wife in Copper Gorge, so he may have had children.
The bad news is our internet service provider stopped providing before we could use our cell phones to find out anything else.
That's okay. We can do more checking when we get to Copper Gorge.
Right.
Oh, it looks like we're arriving at our first destination. Oh, I'm so excited. Kind of looks like where I live, honestly, in California. The grass is dry. There's just a lot of nothing. A lot of orchards and fields. Let's see. Well, we have to go to the museum. Ooh, museum and taffy shop. Who knew that the store could specialize in
Hey
the
there!
two
Welcome to
different things?
Buell's Old Time Taffy House. Come on over here. Welcome, stranger. Listen, you by any chance get here on that private train what's parked out yonder?
As a matter of fact, yes, I did.
There's a rumor going around that Charlene Purcell's on board. Is that true?
As a matter of
This
fact, yes,
person's
it
just
is.
Hot
a
dang if
mascot
that don't
of
beat
what
all.
looks like
I've read every
Woody
single
from
book that
Toy
gal's ever
Story.
written. Best writer whatever lived. Did she
Just
get off
like
the
a
train
cowboy.
too?
I don't think so. She's pretty busy.
Charlene Purcell herself right here in Copper Gorge, breathing the
apparently
same air
obsessed
as me.
with Charlene
Hot
Purcell.
dang. Well, welcome, little missy. Go on in and take a gander at what life was like during the heyday of Copper Gorge whilst you sample some of our delicious homemade saltwater taffy.
Oh yes, please. I would love some homemade saltwater taffy.
Sample? As in free sample?
Some taffy on a stick will cost you 2 tokens, which you can get by winning both those games over there.
If you ever come to California, you should try the taffy in San Francisco if you ever go there. Taffy's really nice. Oh, we have to play some games. We have to win 2 of them, and we'll get a stick of taffy.
How much does it cost to play them?
Well, ain't you the little penny pincher? Fact of the matter
That's
is
kind of
they're
rude.
free. Less you go messing with the artifacts I got in here. Do that and you'll be headfirst in the nearest snowdrift before you know what hit you.
Where'd all these artifacts come from?
Been in the family for years.
Nancy did
For
not have to make
centuries,
fun
in
of
fact.
this person's accent.
See, Buell was my great-great-uncle. This building used to be his general store. During the glory days back in the 1880s, he commenced a pawnbroker, so the miners Copper Gorge was crawling with back then could raise some cash to pay for grub and tools and such. But pretty soon, the mining boom went bust. And there was Uncle Buell, stuck with a whole store full of junk. Only it wasn't junk to him. Debris from lost lives and broken dreams, what he called it. Couldn't bring himself to get rid of it. So, he passed it on to his kin. My great-granddaddy's the one who come up with the idea of turning the place into a tourist attraction.
Hmm.
Do you by any chance have any of Jake Hurley's things in here?
Jake who?
Hurley, he was a miner. I think he may have left a lamp and a pickaxe with your great-great-uncle.
Never heard of him. Of course, that don't mean his stuff's not here. Just means you're just gonna have to look around and see for yourself. But remember, Susie Q, don't touch.
It was fun talking to you.
Be right here if you got any questions.
Right, so we can't touch anything in here. Oh, the taffy looks so good. So let's give it a go at one of these games. Let's go to this horse game first. I guess we bet on a horse. Let's bet on 13. Like, two of my favorite colors are either red or purple. Purple wins, but it's not here. All right, let's go. Come on, red. Ooh. Okay, like in third place, oh, catching up. Yes. That was just lucky. Always go with your favorite color, people. Okay. Amazing. So we won one of the games. Okay. Now come over here to the gold rush. Oh gosh. Oh, I hate games that are like this. It's just basically chance, you know? Alright, let's start. I'm assuming the pack mule is good. These two things look dangerous. So let's give it a long one. See. Nope, I almost got it into the snake. Oh. Oh no. This might take a few chances. So far I haven't gotten anything. Let's see if we can get the dynamite again. So I'm guessing we want the miner to win and not the abominable snowman here. Yeah, we're filling out the technique here. Okay. The snowman is really fast. Oh, nice. Neener. Alright, we'll have to try that one again. Finally got it. I was starting to doubt that I would ever even. I think we used all of our luck on the first game. Oh yes, and now we can go get some delicious taffy. I'm very curious though. I do want to look around the store. But she did say don't touch anything, so let's just get our taffy first.
Looks like to get some taffy on a stick, I'm going to need 2 different tokens.
We got that one. We got this one. Ooh. Here we go. Ooh, this looks delicious. Our taffy on a stick. Alright. Let's see. Looks like we could look at this.
This looks just like the insignia I saw on the train.
It does.
I'll bet this was Jake's trunk. If this was his trunk, maybe the pickaxe and lamp that I need are inside.
You ain't touching anything over there, are you, missy?
Oops, I'd better go ask permission before I mess with this.
That is true. Well, let's go ask him.
You still here?
Do you know what's in that old trunk over there?
Why? You ain't been fooling with it, have you?
Oh no, of course not.
Or
No,
her.
I just thought it might contain
them.
the lamp and pickaxe that I asked you about before.
Well, if it does, you can forget about him, 'cause it's locked. None of my kin have ever been able to figure out how to open it. Not even my cousin Alvin, and he went to junior college.
Would it be okay if I tried to open it?
Well, now, I certainly ain't gonna let you break it open if that's what you're getting at.
Oh no, I would never use force, believe me. But in order to try to get it open, I would have to, touch it.
Nope, sorry, not gonna happen, little missy. Unless...
Unless?
Tell you what, you get Charlene Purcell to come in here so's I can shake her hand, and I'll let you fiddle with that trunk till the cows come home.
You know what? I've got a better idea.
Now, what could be better than me coming face to face with the lady who writes the finest literature this here country's ever seen?
Well, that's just it. If you were to just meet her, you'd have nothing to show for it. Afterwards, she'd go her way and you go yours, and that would be it. But if you were to, say, get her autograph, well, then you'd have something to hang on the wall and brag about.
Okay. Make it so's I can meet her and get her autograph.
Oh, but the thing is, she's on a deadline, and if you take her away from her writing, she may fall behind. And if she falls behind, her publisher may pull the plug. And if her publisher pulls the plug, it could ruin her career. Do you really want to risk ruining Charlene Purcell's career?
Good heavens, of course not. All right, you just get me Charlene's autograph, and you got a deal. Just make sure she uses my name. I want it real personal-like.
You bet. And your name is?
Fatima, with an F. None of that weirdo PH stuff.
Okay, Fatima. I'll be right back.
So we'll be able to look at that once we get a signed autograph from Charlene Purcell. I think that's all we can do in here. Looks like there's a graveyard or something over here.
Yes?
You startled me. Do you work here?
I do. Are you looking for someone?
Yes, Camille Hurley. She died back in the 1800s.
Ah, Camille. Beautiful crypt, wonderful view, good drainage. Whoever buried her must have loved her very much.
May I go inside it?
You may, but unfortunately you can't.
Why not?
I accidentally dropped the key down the grate that's in front of the crypt. If you can retrieve it, you can keep it. I'm having another one made. But if you do go into the crypt, just remember, you won't be alone.
Interesting.
Well, there's the key.
Ah.
I just need to find something that key will stick to.
Oh no, we have to sacrifice our Taffy. Well, at least it's being put to a good use here.
Gotcha.
Alright, so we got the key to go into the crypt. There we go, there's another button. Finally. Okay, I think we'll be able to get one of those things now.
In the letter he wrote to his niece, Jake said she should go to Camille's grave and let Camille's goodness rub off on her. Rub as in rubbing, maybe? If I am supposed to make rubbings of these pillars, I'll need a pencil, which I already have, and some nice thin paper.
So I'll probably have to ask to borrow a piece of paper from someone on the train. Oh, and a little color pattern. Hold on, I remember in the letter it said something about that lead is the answer to what he's locked away, which I believe is the pickaxe and the lamp. And lead is PB. So let me write those colors down. I think we'll be able to get it here. So we have red, green, blue, orange, yellow, and purple. Okay.
This indentation looks familiar.
And then we have copper here. So we can do copper's colors. So I think it's the same use. So let's look.
PB. See you.
So maybe it is this one down here. So I think it is CU. So green, red, this one down here. Purple, yellow, orange, blue. Okay, let's give that a try.
What fits here?
Okay. Green, red, purple, yellow, orange, and then blue. Ooh, we got another gemstone. Look how pretty this one is. All right. It's creepy a little bit to see into her grave, so wish we could close that, but there's probably nothing inside.
Maybe
anyways.
making a rubbing would help.
And we do need some paper. And I'm happy we found one of those buttons. So we have a lot of good things going for us, a lot of information. I want to run back to the museum here and see if I could use those same colors to get the answer to open this box off. But I can't touch it yet. I can't touch it until I get Charlene Purcell's autograph. So we have to go back to the train. Oh, the Hardy Boys are gone. Maybe people have gotten off and are in certain destinations.
More questions?
I met a huge fan of yours in town who'd really, really like your autograph. An autographed picture would be even better.
Imagine that, me having fans way out here in the boonies. Well, I'm sure I have a picture around here somewhere. But what I don't have is a pen. Usually I just ask my assistant for one.
I have a pencil here somewhere.
A pencil won't do, dear. It has to be ink.
She's
See
so
if you can borrow a
official.
pen from somebody.
Okay, so we'll have to see who has a pen. Ooh, and you can tell it's daytime when we step outside in between cars. That's nice. Haven't seen the daylight in a while. Oh, it looks so pretty in here. It looks so warm. Let's peek in here. I want to see if... Yeah, he's still working the supernatural investigator. So we can't play the piano still. I am very directionally challenged when it comes to this train. Okay, good. Hey, we're going the right way now. Let's peek in here. Yeah, Dino's still here.
What's going on?
Do you by any chance have a pen I could borrow?
Why, I'm surprised at you. Don't you know that every detective should carry a pen?
Actually, I carry a pencil.
Well, as it happens, I got lots of pens.
I love that, Nancy.
Tell you what,
Very
if you can play
useful.
that Leaping Lizards game I found over there and do better than I did when I played it, which shouldn't be that hard seeing as how
Another
smart you are,
game.
I'll give you a pen. What do you say?
Oh. All right.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, the object of the game is to get rid of as many lizards as you can by jumping them with other lizards until you can't jump anymore. Last time I played, I wound up with just 5 lizards. If you can wind up with only 4, the pen's yours.
Honestly, that sounds a bit difficult, Dino. Okay. Let's see. Try to get these ones out of the corners first here. Because I feel like that's where it can get tricky. to make sure that we're leaving room for others to escape here. I like having these frogs lined up. Let's see. I want to clear this frog so I can get that one out. So, I guess lizard. I think I'll start having to make some moves here, leaving some frogs behind, which I don't want to, but I think that's the only way here. Okay. So we've got it down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. I want to try to keep them all close.
I did it! I won!
Nice. I got it
Talk
down to
about
3
luck.
pieces.
Here's your pen. What else can I do for you?
Thanks for your help.
Helping people is what I'm all about.
That was awesome. That felt good. It's like first try on that game. So we've got our pen. So now we can go get her autograph. But let me run to the back of this car really quick. We got that extra 6 weight. So with that, I'm thinking we could get the bell and just avoid putting one of these extra ones on here. So the bell is 12. So let's see if we can get it with 6 now. Close. Need one more, so let's swap these out. No, one less. Right, I'm not supposed to put all of these on here, I forget. So I definitely think 6 has something to do with it. Let's see, 18 minus 6 would be 12. So, but I know we can't get 18. So I don't think it's minus 6. I think it has to be plus 6. Maybe minus. We're close here. It's just some of those need to be swapped around. 12. See. It's 13. Wait, hold on. I think we got it, guys. There we go. Interesting. It didn't turn on though. But maybe now we can get the eagle, which is we're gonna have to find the next one situation. We're gonna have to find the next button for it. So let's go back to Charlena. Give her her pen so she can do her autograph. For this big fan of hers.
Have you found a pen so I can autograph that picture?
I got it from Tino. You can keep it. If you could have it say, to Fatima, that'd be great.
Nancy honestly needs to keep this pin though, but it's funny she doesn't want it because it's Tino's.
There you go.
Kind of iconic of her. Oh, perfect. And it's
Anything else?
I'll let you get back to your writing.
That would be nice.
All right. I think this is a good place for us to stop tonight. Thank you for spending some quiet time with me and relaxing with Nancy Drew. If you enjoyed the video, you're always welcome to leave a like or subscribe to join me for more sleepy gaming in the future. And if you'd like me to answer your question in the next episode, feel free to leave it in the comments below. For now, take another slow, deep breath in and let it gently fall out. I hope this helped you relax and drift a little closer to sleep. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next episode. Good night.